Okay, we got day 2 now talking about my day, and I want to read a very very difficult text right here to learn my English language a little better. So I'm gonna try reading it, and yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. In late modern condition, the peculiar historical juncture characterized by hyperconnectivity, algorithmic meditation, and the commodification of identity, self-deception no longer operates merely as a psychological defense mechanism. It has metasized into a structural feature of social reality, where we once an intrasphonic phenomenon has become infractional. The individual of the 21st century inhabits a hall of mirrors constructed not from glass, but from data. Every preference is recorded, every hesitation quantified, every curiosity transmuted into a predictive model. Yet the prevailing illusion is one of the radical autonomy. The subject believes her sovereignty precisely at the moment her choices are being subtly curated by systems whose operative remain largely inscrutable. This is not coercion, it is classical overt form, rather it's a velvet determinism. Soft, frictionless, and therefore nearly impregnable. Philosophers from Michael Foucault to Jean Baudrillard anticipated aspects of the transformation. Foucault diagnosed of the internalization of surveillance power, he argued, achieves its highest efficiency when it's no longer external imposed but internal assumed. Baudrillard, for his part, warned of simulation supplementing the real of science, referring not to concrete realities but only to other science in an infinite regress. What neither could fully foresee, however, was the scale at which digital infrastructures would operationalize these insights, coveting theory in mundane habit. The genius of contemporary self-deception lies in its participatory character. Individuals are not passive victims of manipulation. They are co-authors of the very illusions that constrain them. Through social media performances, curated vulnerability, and the relentless optimization of personal brands, subjects rehearse authenticity until it congeals into formula. The declaration, "this is the real me," become paradoxical, for it's uttered within architecture designed to reward legibility over complexity. Moreover, the economic substrate of this condition cannot be ignored. Attention functions as both currency and collateral. To capture and retain it, platforms must minimize cognitive dissonance. The algorithms privilege that familiar amplify the resonance at the ancient, the discordant. The result is not outright falsehood, but epistemic narrowing, a gradual constriction of conceivable. The unthinkable is not prohibited, it simply fails to appear. The dynamic and dangers of particular form of agency, one that is performative yet circumscribed, expressed yet anticipated. The individual may choose among countless options, but the architecture of choice remains predetermined. Freedom is experienced phenomenologically, it feels authentic, even as its parameters are algorithmically delimited. Herein lies the most sophisticated decisions, not that people are forced, but they are formatted. Yet the story is not entirely dystopian. Reflexivity persists. The same technology that enable large-scale behavioral predictions also furnish unpredictable opportunities for self-education, coalition building, and dissent. The C variable may not be technological sophistication but epidemic humility. the willingness to interrogate one's own convictions, to suspect the ease which one once agrees, to culture friction in a culture that monetizes fluency. If late modern self-deception is infrastructural, then resistance must be architectural. It cannot rely solely on individual willpower. It must reconfigure the environments within which will is exercised. Otherwise, critique risks become another consumable aesthetic, a poster rather than praxis. In the end, the challenge is neither to abandon technology nor to romanticize its pre-digital past. It is to reconcile the autonomy like truth. It is not a static possession, but a fragile achievement. And achievements, unlike illusions, demand maintenance. And that is the difficult text for today, guys. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, alright? Peace.